it's Ash from Super Videos back for another video. So this is going to be my episode predictions for 7/14, which is episode 14 of season 7 of The Walking Dead, which is going to be called The Other Side. So as always, I'm going to read the synopsis first, and then we're going to talk about that, and then I'm going to give my predictions about what we're going to see based on other information that we have. So the synopsis for 7/14 reads, The Other Side. The Saviors visit Hilltop. And that's basically it. And there's really nothing to get from that because we already know from the promo that the Saviors visit the Hilltop. But from the synopsis we got before, which was the unofficial synopsis, we do know two things. One, that they visit Hilltop unexpectedly, so it's not a supply visit. And the other thing is that it explicitly said in the old synopsis that they plan to take more than supplies. And if you remember me saying back then when it was released, I think they're gonna go to the Hilltop for the doctor, because of course the doctor that they had at the sanctuary has died. So they're coming to the Hilltop to get the other Dr. Carson, which was the doctor's brother from the sanctuary. So he's dead, so they're gonna go to the Hilltop to take the other doctor. And there's going to be some other problems there, of course, because Daryl and Maggie are there and they're really not supposed to be there. So that I'm going to get to. But in terms of the actual synopsis that we got, the official synopsis, there's really nothing else there. So now let's move on to the other portion of the prediction, which is basically coming from the promo and the two sneak peeks. So the first sneak peek we got was basically Enid talking to Sasha and telling her that I'm going to tell everyone about your plan, so you better go before I tell everyone. So there's that, and the other sneak peek is basically Rosita and Sasha on their way to the sanctuary, and they're setting a car on fire, and they're jumping over fences and things like that. And we do know that this episode is mainly going to focus on two things. One is Rosita and Sasha's assassination attempt, and the second is the Saviors visiting the Hilltop. So for the second part, the Saviors visiting the Hilltop, this is what I think is going to happen. I think the Saviors are going to visit the Hilltop. They're going to look for Dr. Carson. Maggie and Daryl are going to need to hide so they're not found. And I'm pretty sure that the Saviors are not going to find them. I'll be surprised if they do because they haven't really set up Maggie and Daryl being found yet. So that's why I don't think they're going to be found yet. I think Maggie and Daryl are going to have a conversation for sure when they're alone together, maybe when they're hiding together about Glenn's death. We might get a very emotional scene between them. Daryl maybe apologizing for what he's done and blaming himself, and maybe Maggie trying to tell him that it's not his fault or something along those lines. The other part of the Hilltop, part of this prediction, is Gregory, because we do know that Gregory tells Simon about some people wanting to take over. I think he is probably referring to both Maggie and the Hilltoppers trying to help overthrow him in a way. I don't think it's related to Rick and the others. I don't think Gregory has the balls to tell Simon about Rick's plan. So I think he's just talking about people in the Hilltop itself. So the Hilltoppers and Maggie trying to overthrow him. So that's going to be very interesting as well. And he might even try to give Maggie and Daryl up to Simon and the Saviors. I don't think he will, but there's that chance that he may do that. So that's the first part of this prediction. The other part is going to focus on Rosita and Sasha's assassination attempt. So we know they're planning to go to the sanctuary and assassinating Negan. I don't think they're going to be successful. But from the promo, we do know that Sasha has the opportunity to shoot Negan. But I'm pretty sure something is going to happen. Someone is going to interrupt her and she's not going to be able to do that. And it's going to be a failed assassination attempt. Either both or just one of them is going to be captured by the end. And I think the cliffhanger of this episode is going to be a situation where we don't know if they're actually caught or not. And we're going to have to wait till next week or perhaps the finale to find out if they're actually captured or not. But I think the assassination attempt is going to fail. We won't know for sure if they're captured or not. And it's going to be very interesting to see how Eugene comes into play here as well, because we do know he's at the sanctuary. So is he going to see them, or witness the assassination attempt, or is he not even gonna be there when it happens? So it's gonna be very interesting to see what happens with him. But that's basically it for my prediction. Thank you for watching. I'll be back for another video.